Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Malts and Meeples. Wow, that's my outro image. Not the one I meant to have up there, but here we are. I was not actually sure that this stream was going to happen today because I've had the past 3 days off. I took two as vacation days, and I redid all the games behind me. That's a lot of games, and well, from about, I don't even want to guess, like probably 8 hours, 8.5 hours of sorting between the past 2 days. So let's get to some mission brief here for Rogue Angels. Then I'll get us down to the table. Ambrosius. So we're still in Vexation. This one is called Toad to Space. Ambrosius in person. Our little data raid on the refueling station revealed the locations of several science facilities on the planet Abaddon. Unfortunately, they're protected by an orbital defense platform. We'll need to disable the radar systems in order to slip through undetected, as this ship doesn't have a cloaking device. We'll need to be creative. There are two abandoned pirate tugboats in lunar orbit that will allow us to infiltrate the platform. Disguise yourselves as mechanics, and you should be able to make your way to the radar room unnoticed. Once there, you'll need two teams. One to create a diversion and lure the guards away, and one to break in and disable the radar. So, a tech-savvy infiltration team and some heavy hitters for the diversion crew. So, choice. The commander must divide your team into two teams that will be deployed separately in the next mission. So I'm wondering if that means we have one first and then the other come in, or if they're working at the same time, how that's going to work. I'm going to show you the board and then got a piece of fuzz in my mouth. Set it up a little better. But I know how I want to split it up. Tarja, more conflict. Gaia, more better ability to hack. Obviously, we won't be much help aboard the ship, but my pilot can perform a few maneuvers in the distance. This may lure some Hellfire personnel away from their fighters. It could, however, also delay your pickup, and you won't get very far in those tugboats if a firefight starts. I think it'll be wise to consider this among your team. When you're ready, I suggest we get moving. Kid diversion again. 1 second. And back. Kid needed a bedtime snack. So, I was left with the question of, do we want to have our ship perform maneuvers to keep some away, potentially getting rid of some personnel? You know what? I'm not going to do that because I want to be able to be picked up faster, so no. Ooh, so we get to fill in 2 spots, one in dominating, and gain a token for each player. Tarya now has 3 in dominating. Grab a couple more tokens. And Gaia has 1 in 3 of them. If team voted no, I don't give bonuses for bravery, although I do admire it. Make sure your entire team is on high alert, as there will no doubt be numerous enemies to deal with. Speaking of which, I've heard the Hellfires tend to deploy special changeling commando units called Nightbanes on high-value jobs. You should expect to counter some here, since they're protecting such valuable customers. So I realize I set this up wrong. I'm looking for 3B. So, doesn't change much. Placement of 1 barrel, actually. And I need to bring in couple more troops, unfortunately. Oh. Wow, this is a fair amount different, actually. So we moved from thugs to guards. And with the guards, it's no longer player count kind of capped. So with the initial setup I had, okay, I need enforcers. So another enforcer. And then 2 more guards. Thug. Guard immediately after thugs. So give me a second to get this set up. Almost there. Oh boy. We'll see how all this goes. But it's fun to have those different choices, and it's fun the fact that ML has gotten so many like branching narrative paths on here, because like not just story wise, obviously I've done missions 1, 2, and 3. I kind of expect that for first chapter for a little bit, but as I'm playing through here, like just choices I make changes the map setup available. We didn't pull anybody out with us, so the map is busy. Commander, get to the control room and disable the radar. Area alert Camriel when you're ready to be extracted. Remember, you can move around freely as long as you don't engage with anything, but don't overstay your welcome. They're going to figure out that you're not mechanics at some point. Success. Okay, we have more turns now. Disable the console. Triggers. Disguised. The team will stay disguised if no one on the team interacts with objects or enemies. Once a player from the team interacts with an object or enemy, that specific team is revealed. So I'm gonna want to get my tech as far in as possible, and then blow stuff up. Start doing something, anyways, so that I can draw enemies towards me. Start taking them out. Hopefully draw them away. Allow the other group to work. Failure. If the token reaches 0. Successful. Mission update 1. So, let's get down to the table. There's the full setup. If I do that, player board area. Confused. Feel like I'm seeing something at the bottom. Something isn't taking up the whole screen. Here we go. It's this one. Whee! So not quite as good as view of the player board this time. And then map. I have to adjust this one as well. Sweet. So I'm starting, well, let me do some more adjustment. There we go. So I'm starting here with my stealth team, and here with my combat team. We have all the guys over here, including one in this room, as well as fuel barrels. Fuel barrels have 1 health, and when they explode, they deal 4 damage. Important thing to notice is guards have 1 shield and 4 health, won't take them out. These guys will get taken out, which is good because they hit hard. And these, the enforcers, they have 5 health. So, not the best. Let's get started over here. And first thing I want to do, wait, wrong stack here. I want to get moving. Tactical positioning. 3 movement plus whatever I roll. For 5 movement, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then basic movement. Gets me to the door. Cooldown. Right now, remember, we are in disguise, so I'm at the door. I can deal 3 damage to this guy. And then, but I'm too far away. To do more damage, unfortunately. I'd love to just start pulling them all that way. I guess once per mission, I can take an extra action. So why don't we charge? Can I get how far? 1, 2, 3. Deal 2 damage to an adjacent enemy. Let's do it. Charge. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, do I do that? Gonna do 2 damage. Do I go here? Is there? Actually, I would start there. 1, 2. Yeah. I'm gonna do it here. 2 damage to an adjacent enemy. Then I'm going to tail whip. Ooh, that's all adjacent characters though. No, then I'm going to Pulsar Blast, Pulse Rifle, and I'm spending one of my red chips to get 3 damage. Take him out. First one bites the dust. Now I come down here with the 2 movement from that. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I go 1, 2. And then, let's see, those guys only move, they move 3 and have range of 1, 2 and have range of 1. Let's just do a basic move. I'm going to do with that third action to go 1, 2, 3, draw them in this way. Everything cools down. I've spent 2 turns thus far. Now, they are going to start with Chaotic Attack. Starting on the red side. And they go after, if you remember, it said the team. So right now, Gia is not noticed. So we're going to activate here. 2 speed, 1, 2. Oh, adjacent to me, that's a bummer. 1, 2. This one tries to attack first, actually, and moves there. That one is going to go ahead and hit me for 3 damage. 1, 2, 3 on Tarja. That's fine. Now we're going to have Tarja step up. I would flip both of their tokens back over. Let me go down to their boards here quick, because I think it'll be interesting a little bit anyways to see. So I flip both of those back over. And I'm going to basic move. In basic move, all I want to do is move 1 so I can keep my visibility on that. And then I'm going to use this ray gun. Has to go in the 3 slot, so higher than I'd like. but deals enough damage and it gives me a movement, so I'll back up there. 1 damage. Boom. Takes out those 2. So I've started to clear out the battlefield. This guy is now the only red left, so I'm not too worried about reds at this point. I'm worried about yellow. I'm going to move 1 back there and call it good. My charge is back. Unfortunately, my weapons are not. So, at this point in time, I'm going to use my infiltration unit here. Okay, so that one took that down. Infiltration unit. 2 movement. I have so much focus. 2 movement. 3. We'll do 3. That should hopefully get me 2 that I can use from the Bag of Destiny. Still need to figure out a better way to have this laid out. One, 2, 3. Keep the red. And then I'm going to do a basic of 2. Got a red. Kick this door open. Now both groups have alerted the enemy. So we flip over to yellow. Number 1 here. And one's looking at the door right here. One has 3 movement. 1, 2. And then the most distant player, currently this door is still closed here. Get back to the board. So most distant player is here. So 1, 2, 3. This one attacks for 2. 1. Ouch. Wound. Move or damage card. 1 up on the cooldown, and then place this card on 2. So we got our gun back. Nice. Fortunately, now the other one is launching a grenade launcher at me, dealing 1 damage to me. Place this card on 3. All non-basic actions have 1 less die. So, time to fight. Actually, I'm going to fight down here first, because I need to take that one out. I can start by doing the Proton Blaster, just dealing 4 straight damage to him. And let's see, do I have something else? And then I'm going to actually put on the cloaking suit. So I'm invisible now. This guy has 4 damage. But the nice thing is, this thing's cooled down here, that, well, he's going to go. He's going to move to the last activated. That's me, but I'm invisible, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely doesn't have range over there. I wish I had range to hit him, but I don't. So, let's consider our next action here. Because, again, I don't really want to... This gin tonic is going down fast. I don't really want to be sitting here, take a whole bunch more hits. I do have some fun things available to me. But I have to deal a decent amount of damage to him. And I only have one slot to play a card, which is an interesting thing. Huh. Let's just do a basic attack. Yeah, I'll put one through the shield. Move one. Then basic move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 3. So, yep. Let's see though. 1, 2, 3. I think only one will be adjacent to me, which is good. No, but that they do line of sight damage. So instead of going there, let's go there. Maybe was here. So no, I took the damage, so I only had 3 movement anyways. I could go there. I could go 1, 2, 3 up here. I could go 1, 2, 3 right here. Actually, screw it. I'm not going to move at all. I'm going to do an action that I have not done that many times here. I'm going to do the rest action. Pull everything back. Severe burn is now gone. I'm down to 1 injury left. So that's doing better. Enemies will activate now. So he's going to attack for 2. 2 more damage. Moves that there. Puts that on there. 2 damage. Place on 2. Goes all the way up there. And this one... This one, I guess, would just go right there. So right now, I can only do basic actions. But I have red coming up next. And I have a plan. Theoretically. Theoretically, I have a plan. I wasn't showing you the board. My apologies. So I'm stacked there. I have this one right here. Both of them come back. I'm going to rest twice. Kick off that last one. I'm down to 1 wound, 1 damage left. So all I was doing was resting, moving stuff down the line. I don't think she has a heal. Guess I could heal. Had I taken 1 more damage than I did, that would have knocked me out. So set there. Then, I forgot to slide stuff down last time. Did I? Nope, I didn't. I did remember. So, we're going to do a basic move. I don't need a shield back. So, 1, 2, set that up. 3. And then I'm just going to do a basic interact. Oh, wait. No. I keep on thinking that was 2 movement. I would use a second basic move. Get that back. Still invisible, because I haven't interacted yet. Now the enemy goes. There's only one red left. They go to the nearest activated player. As far as they know, it's here, not down here. And they go 4 speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have to come around this way. I'm going to start booking it that way. So start off with a charge. 1, 2. Actually, going to do that. Charge deals 2 damage. 1 because of that. And then let's see. That one required no dice, which is why I did that one. I can't take anybody out. Actually, before I did that charge, I would have used my pulse rifle. It deals 2 damage to an enemy. No, I don't want to take him out, though, because then yellow activates every single turn. So, I'm scratching this whole thing. I need to stay away from these guys. So if I go 1, 2, 3, and then basic move, roll a die. Getting a shield back's not too bad. 4. No, I don't want the shield back. I don't want the shield back. Okay. Boom. So now, push myself potentially out of range. One, 2, 3, 4. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Enemies. Okay. Move that all wrong. Enemies activate. I believe. Yep. So then oh, I forget that I can roll 2 dice with the cloaking suit. That matters because it's a chance to get back shields, chance to move. Yellow, they come moving along. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If I can get them over to this barrel. This guy moves 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm within range. Both of them flip back over, I believe. And now we're going to use that infiltration unit, rolling a die. We're going to move the stacks. That's a nice thing about the actual game. They're going to have little spinners. Spin down on them. And so you're never worried about moving a stack of health. Got 2. Let's do the basic. Disabling the console is the goal. Ooh, I forgot to do the cooldown. No more wounds. I'm gonna draw 2. Red and purple. Nothing doing there. So I'm still at 2. However, now red activates. 1, 2, 3. Comes up here. Oh no, he has range 6. He just shoots me for 1 wound. Where did I put the wound deck? Okay, this one goes on 2. Range and interact are 1 less than normal. So he didn't move closer to me at all, which is kind of what my goal had been. So, you know what? We're going to start with our newly revealed. Oh, he would actually go. See, there's a doorway there. 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's going to the last activated. But he can still see me within range 6. So, Gia, drawn 2 yellow. 2 purples. No good. Roll again. I don't want movement. I don't want a shield. Alright. Let's see what we get here. What are we going to end up with this time? A white. That means we have disabled the console. That's our trigger for our if success mission update 1. Get to the hangar for pickup. Oh, and you should feel, if you feel so inclined, you can always deal a crippling blow to the station by detonating those fuel barrels. So, it doesn't tell me to get rid of anybody. They're doing an advancing attack. So, Aaron, on comm, you again. First you steal from us when you're our guest, and now you're openly attacking our outposts. You got some nerve. Hellfires. Bring me those bastards so I can crucify them from here to Gazar. 6 turns. And get 2 thugs. Where did I put the thugs? There we are. On yellow 7 and 8. Yellow 7 and 8. We're down here. Fuel barrels have 1 health. If token reaches 0, have at least 1 character in the hangar. Well, I'm there already. So, this is right there. The question is, can we get Gia out? And how do I want to handle this with... You know, I don't have any other reds. Wow. They're now going from chaotic attack to advancing attack. It's on the yellow side. Oh, tells me to start on red. That's nice. Potentially. Moves to nearest player and attacks the nearest player and then second nearest. If the activated enemy is 3 away from the nearest player when activated, use the last action instead. Oh. Currently in range. But I can move back up. Ooh, let's get a shield first. Back into the corner. And then let's see. I'm just going to do a... Ooh, before that, I can see number 2. So before I do that move, get that shield, I have my pulse rifle. 2, I can make that a 3, and roll. 4. So that's 3 damage to him, because of course I can shoot the one who doesn't have the 1 damage on them. Then I'm going to back up still. Well, I back myself into a corner and say, let him come. So this guy is just going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I almost need to... Well, I can get around him. But I don't really want to. So that was 1 turn. Now we have our good old... We've hacked that terminal. We have Gia, who needs to get out. And this is the best way. So, you know, let's see what happens. I have my charge back, by the way. So, if I do tactical positioning, it's a movement of 3. Can I get more? 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to get out a door here. There's one right there. 5. And then, let's see, I could take out 2. Maybe. You know what? Then I'm just going to cloak. And I'm going to give a focus back to Taria. As well as 2 movement. So cloaked up there. We had red go. Down to 4. Everything cools down by 1 for Gia. So latest activated. Well, they can't see, so 1. They can't go through that spot. So 1, 2, 3, right next to the barrel. And this one, last activated. 1, 2. It's the same distance. Can't attack. Ooh, more than 3 spaces away. Both of them would just moved anyways. So we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4 turns left. And it tells me that when it reaches 4, who's supposed to be on the red? Okay. Guards. Red 7 and 8. I haven't killed any guards, by the way. So I'm not sure I actually have enough guards for that. I don't know that I do, so what I'm going to do is, I know the guard's stats. Oh. I was supposed to have done 5 and 6. Whoopsie daisy. So 5 and 6, it's okay. 7 and 8 haven't moved yet. And then 7 and 8 right here. At this point in time, I'm going to rest. Actually, yeah, I'm going to rest. And then I no longer have my range penalty. So I'm going to shoot at a 1. Going to shoot right there. I'm going to use I don't have one of those. I do have one of these. I could cool down my other card. I'm going to cool down my other card. 2 shields. Perfect. I explode this. Uh-oh. There's a fatal flaw with my plan here. I exploded that, not realizing I had a cloaked enemy, or cloaked ally next to me. So, 1, 2 damage. Move a damage card one to the right. Can't do that. And severe head trauma. Yeah, I believe that. Cloaked no more. It's back to my hand, though. But I take out these two. So now I'm going to be activating 3 and 4 when they activate. 6, still standing, not orthogonally adjacent. So I'm just going to use, well, that was my ray gun. Now I'm going to use my pulse rifle. 2 damage. These guards are going to be activating now. So let's put guards in there actually. I'm going to shoot him, base 2 damage. I'm going to take him out no matter what. You know what? Yeah. Take him out. Flip. So the interesting thing is now I can just cloak again. So I'm going to cloak. I get 2 movement. I'm just safely there. I'm going to rest. Get rid of a wound. Shortens up my cloaking. That's okay. Because we just have to make it through one more turn. And really, Tarja just has to make it through one more turn. 7 is within range 3. So got adjacent. Not, so just 1, 2, 3. That guy attacks base 2. Ahaha. Look at that. I have 2 shield now. So that worked out well. Final 2 turns. We have 2 of us in here, but who can we take out with us? That's my goal. Start with tail swipe. That ignores shield. 3 damage through the shield. And then, ooh, forgot to roll 1. Ooh, get a shield back. And then I'm just going to do the basic interact action. +1, I could do 2 damage. Be enough to take out 7. 7's not going to activate anyways, so might as well. Now, that was that turn. Enemies do get to activate because they don't count as a countdown on anything. So the yellow, the advancing, they are more than 3, so they're going to move as fast as they can. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Kind of a moot point. Even if these guys move, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. These guys, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I don't think they're all supposed to move. I think that's part of the balancing action of the game, is that you don't activate everyone. Because, like on these cards, it tells you yellow. First one does this. Next one, second one does this. Either way, we've hit 0 turns. It was a success. We go to mission update 2A. Good job. That should let us land and take a look around without any interference. This is Ambrosius again. Personally, I also found it quite satisfying to give a little payback to the pirates for confiscating my boat. If we blew up every single one, we would paint 2 on this side here for the Hellfire. We didn't blow up all of them. We're very kind. So we only fill in 1. With the defense platform in disarray, the facility shouldn't be able to call for help in the moment. We should be at liberty to take our time. We need to decide which facility to investigate first. Here's our current data. Site 1 is a small, heavily guarded facility. Data indicates it's focused on developing and testing weapons technology. We'll have to land quite a bit south of the location and make our way through the forest. Site 2 is a large complex that is specializing in high-efficiency tool technology. It doesn't appear to be as heavily guarded as Site 1, which means we'll be able to land much closer to the facility. It's difficult to say precisely what technology we may come across, but we must assume that Site 1 could contain more usable weapons for your team, whereas Site 2 might provide more tech-oriented tools. Also, I can understand if your decision is swayed by what the team needs more of. You know what? I think we're halfway decent on weapons, so we're going to go with close enough. Site 2, which is going to have us doing C4B. I'm just going to get turned to that page. Ooh, where is C4B? Oh, there we are. C4AB, C4A, C5, C6A. We're skipping a bunch here. C7A. Assuming I'm not reading this wrong. C4B starts here. We skip all of that. Let me get my ugly mug back up there for you. We're skipping this section right here, right now. Now, say for right now, we might not come back to it. I don't know. It might be a one and done thing. But I went with more tech. I think getting more tech stuff could be interesting. Well, let me know. Do you like that decision? What decision would you have made? You can do that. Give me a comment down in the description below. Site 1 or Site 2? Site 1, weapons. Site 2, tech. Let me know which one you'd be more apt to go for. With that, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this was fun. I had a good time playing it. And oddly enough, because of the choice that I made, I'm pretty sure that was under an hour for that whole scenario. Let me know what you thought of that scenario. Again, the comment section down below is the best spot for that. If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing or giving the video a thumbs up. You know the drill if you watch YouTube videos. Algorithm this, algorithm that. If you want to check out more content that I do, well, on this channel, plenty of videos in the backlog, and whenever I do a live video, that be Mondays at 9 p.m. Central and Wednesdays approximately 8 p.m. Central, Kids Swimming Lessons pushes that a little bit just because of the setup for the games. But yeah, you can join me to watch them then. But I guess I really should come up with a spiel that I say, but best way to know when I go live is to click that notification bell. That's going to let you know whenever I go live or put up a new video. Plus, if you want more content, you can check out nerdologist.com. Description below has the link. And if you're interested in Rogue Angels, there was a crowdfunding campaign last year. Don't worry though, you haven't missed it, because you can still late pledge. Head over to Gamefound, search for Rogue Angels there. So that was 2 things. And the final thing, I guess nerdologist.com, the content there is board game related, RPG related, movies, anime, manga, books, comics, whatever really pops into my head. It's a website that I run on all sorts of nerdy things. And if you like comics, in particular, if you like Marvel, maybe the Marvel movies, check out the podcast that I do, 10 Minute Marvel. No links in the description below, but you can find out wherever you get your friendly neighborhood podcasts from. But with that, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you had a fun time. I definitely did. I am loving this game. But with that, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Do I have a sip? Barely. See you next time.